night to whoever is out there watching around the world, everywhere, whatever time zone you're in. Welcome to Three Crones and the Woo Woo Podcast. My name is Gayle Nicholson. I am the founder of Creative Command Coaching and Consulting. And over here we have Krista Ducharme, the founder of Dimensional Healing with Krista on Facebook. And also Joanne Angel Colon, I screwed up your name. Joanne Angel Barry Colon with Wholistic Fitness out of New York, who is also an intuitive healer and cosmic energy reader. We are so happy to have you all with us. How was your New Year's, Krista? We'll start with you.
Oh, our New Year's was lovely. You know, we had fireworks, we had music, we had champagne, real champagne, actually. I had my very first bottle of Dom Perignon.
Ooh.
Yes, we had our very first bottle of Dom Perignon, which we actually bought to celebrate because it was a bottle of 2008, and we sold our house in October of 2020 that we had bought in 2008. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to make sure that we closed the year and celebrated all the good that 2020 brought, and then toasted in all the wondrousness that 2021 will bring.
That's phenomenal. I love how you put that. How was your Happy New Year, Joanne?
Happy New Year to you. Yes. And New Year's for me, I love New Year's. I find New Year's to be overrated. Only in reference to like all the celebrations and all of that. But I love New Year's for the sole purpose of reflecting on the actual year itself, the year we're moving out of, and just recognizing the different type of services that I bring in for the year, and that specifically in 2020. I don't think I've ever had this before, and I think a lot of it has to do with the pandemic, is that I actually had a chance to reflect on how many people I've actually met in 2020.
Yeah.
And that was amazing, on the friendships, the business ships, the partnerships, the everything ships.
The everything ships.
Yes.
That I experienced in 2020. So I spent my time doing some studying, doing some reflecting, doing some new projects, revising my website, and just letting go of 2020, but reflecting on all the great things, and bringing in 2021 on all the great things that's to come. So I had a great New Year's Eve into New Year's Eve.
That's awesome. Forgive me, I'm trying to tag a few people to come and have fun with us today, and my surreptitious slide tagging is not working. It's obvious.
It's okay. I'm symptomatic with that over here too.
Are you?
I'm trying to get people to come in.
Awesome stuff. Well, I kind of.
Yours, Gayle?
Thanks for asking. I kind of concur with Joanne in that it's kind of. What do they call it after the climax? Anticlimactic or détente that they taught us in writing school, where it's like, no, all the really good holidays just passed in the last 2 weeks. Solstice, the conjunction wasn't a holiday, but it was once in a lifetime event. And then you've got this calendar holiday that. Okay, what's the purpose of this? It's changing from 1 month to the next. It's changing from 1 year to the next. But then again, with as hellacious as 2021 or 20 was, there is some yes, please bring in 21 because that's over. Get that out of here, and give us something open and expansive to live into. But we went over to a friend of mine's house, or a friend of Bill's house. They used to be neighbors of us down the street, and they had a party. It wasn't a huge party. There was plenty of space for people. It was really contained. But she had it themed with Great Gatsby and the 20s, the Roaring 20s. Nice. And I didn't have anything. It was kind of a last minute thing whether we were going, and I didn't really have anything to wear except for 10 minutes before we were leaving, I found this dress that would have fit the occurrence, but it would have fit if the occurrence was in the middle of July in Las Vegas or something. There was no way I was wearing this dress anywhere in December, even here in Phoenix. So I wore a nice cushy sweater, and I surreptitiously giggled at all the ladies that were freezing their tuchuses off, but looking fab doing it, you know? So that was my New Year's. And you know what? Every New Year's, you're watching the ball drop. And for, I don't know how many years it's been now, but every year I get sad about Dick Clark because he was the institution of New Year's for me, you know, and it's never been the same. It's just never been the same watching the ball drop in Times Square since Dick Clark passed. So that was that. And we are going forward into 2021. And our theme this week is right here, right now. So before we actually get into our little segments, I want to invite everyone, please reach out to everythingjustrocks.com. Let Athena know that the three Crones are sending you once again, and we will send you to get what Krista is going to tell you about.
Oh, yay. Yes. I'm actually really excited about this particular crystal. It is one I do not own. So any of you who are on Three Crones, our group, Three Crones and a Woo Woo, on Facebook, by the way, it's open to anybody. If you want to know how to find us, just look up Three Crones and a Woo Woo, and you'll find and the Woo Woo, not a Woo Woo. That's totally different.
A Woo Woo.
Yes, we are the woo.
We are the woo.
We're gonna start trying to use this hashtag Woo Woo Rocks, right?
Oh,
so yeah.
Okay, so I do use hashtag Three Crones, and I also do Woo Woo for the win. But I like right. Woo Woo Rocks. I like that. Write that down and make sure I remember that.
Yes, ma'am.
So in any case, so this particular stone I do not own. And I don't own it for a number of reasons. So I did comment, I shared it on Sunday. I'm going to start sharing in our group chat the crystal of the week on Sundays, so you guys can kind of start wrapping your head around it. And I did mention that this is one I don't have. So I'm going to use a picture, and it's a Bixbite. And it is related to beryl. It's also known as red beryl. It is not a common stone to find. It is a wonderful stone. And I will tell you, it's an expensive one too, because it is hard to find. I was looking at a few pieces, and like this microscopic piece, I found, I was just looking to try to get a price gauge, because that's not one I've owned ever. And this little microscopic piece was, $35, and it was still attached to the matrix. And the matrix is what it is growing on or in, for those of you. So Bixbite is really great for this time of year. As I put, it is really good for giving you that energy, that pick me up, that the strength essentially to get the hell out of your own way is a really good way to put it. Another really great thing that I learned about it, because I was doing some research, and I haven't pulled this book out before, working with the stones that we've worked, but I really do like this, the Book of Stones.
That's a great book.
It really is. It's one of my, it's a great reference book, because it has both the science aspect of it and the spiritual side. Now, I do have a little bit of a bone to pick with Richard Simmons, Robert Simmons, sorry. One of the
like, what did Richard Simmons ever do to you?
Well, he made me get up and move, girl. But I really do enjoy getting a bit of this. One of the things that Naisha talks about, and she covers all the spiritual side on crystals with Bixbite, is that it really corresponds with our Earth Star chakra. Now, we haven't, as a group with 3 Crones in the Woo, talked about it, our Earth Star chakra, but we have talked about it, the 3 of us, when it came to leave your baggage at the door. However, our Earth Star chakra is the one that's about 12, well, not 12 inches. We'll say it's right below your feet, a few inches. It's that chakra that it keeps you grounded in the earth that we are connected to, right? So it's really good with that. It's really good with keeping us grounded. I wanted to put on my glasses so that I can read this without... it helps to really ground that physical energy, or our energy, to our physical body. And it strengthens the entire vibrational field, right? And it especially is stimulating with that Earth Star, which is right below the soles of your feet. And it connects directly up to the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine. So the affirmation that I really wanted to share, and I'm going to post this, that Naisha has, is, I dive into life with courage, passion, confidence, joy, and love. And I love that. I don't know, for me, I read that and I was like, yes, it is perfect for being here, for being now, for being present, for being at the beginning of a year. Because as Joanne just pointed out, she reflected on all the great things of 2020. And now, and as you know, as what we need to do is we're moving forward. And I always find that people need the first part of January to reflect on the previous year. It doesn't matter what year it was. I really do think we need to do it this year, though, for 2020. But it really helps us to ground and become confident in moving forward, this Bixbite. And yeah, it really is. It's a perfect stone. I'm very excited. I don't know if any of you own Bixbite. I don't even know if any of you have seen Bixbite in person. I think I did at a mineral museum once, because I've been to several over the last couple of years in different locations. And I'm thinking to myself, yes, I probably have. Cool thing to know about where Bixbite is found is it's actually found in Colorado.
Interesting.
I thought that was pretty interesting. And it's also found, I think, in Colombia was the other one. But yeah, it's not common whatsoever.
Gotcha.
So don't think that you can walk down to your local store and necessarily pick it up. And I mean, and they may have it, your local gem store, and our sponsor, Everything But Rocks, may have it as well.
Everything Just Rocks.
Just Rocks. See, I'm like, I always forget. I'm gonna remember it. Sorry,
well,
Athena.
The cool thing about Athena and her store is that if she doesn't happen to have any on hand, which I find hard to believe that she wouldn't, because she has some of the most obscure things there, she can get it for you. So
brilliant.
Yeah, reach out to everythingjustrocks.com and at least ask, Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So definitely it's an amazing, it seems like everything I've read on it seems amazing. And remember, if you don't want to invest in it, just find a picture. I posted a great picture in our group chat, in our Facebook group, and I'm going to pull up some more. I found it off of a really cool website. It's very difficult to remember. Bixbite.com.
Ooh,
loaded with photos.
Nice.
I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. But yeah, you can work with the photos as well.
Fantastic. All right. Well, that was awesome. Thank you so much. I definitely want to dig in a little bit more to Bixbite. I have seen it before, like you,
Yeah.
down at the Gemstone conference in Tucson, which thanks for reminding me. I need to go do
Is-
that. And you know what? I
Mhm.
might even take a drive out to Quartzsite in the next couple of weekends and see what they've got out there, because there's an RV town that pops up in January in Quartzsite, which is about an hour and a half away from me. And you wouldn't believe the stuff that you can find there. It's amazing. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah, we'll have to check that out as well. So, Joanne, you ready?
Ready, ready, and ready.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the big question is our viewers ready? Because I have some intensive, energizing information to share,
Nice.
and it's gonna rock your world. Gonna rock your world. As today is the first Tuesday of the new year, and keep in mind the word first. As we have the first Tuesday of the new year, we also have the first 11 energy of the new year.
Nice.
Today is an 11 energy day on a 5 energy day, meaning when you look at your calendar, the calendar says January 5th. Now, if you know anything or don't know anything about numerology, number 5 is all about change, freedom, and I like to call it the surprising unpredictability that shows up in your days on a 5-day. Now, the collective energy is also a 5. So we got a lot of 5s going on today, guys. So if you are not experiencing unpredictable situations going on today as of yet, just be wary of the fact that it could very well show up. But want to put the attention on this amazing 11 energy. For those who know anything about numerology, 11 is one of our master numbers, and it's the master healer. So today, when we think about the overall energy, it's how we are all mastering our healing regarding partnerships of all sorts, whether it's a partnership with yourself or intimate or business, whatever it might be. It's a partnership with your dog, for that matter. Everything and anything is partnership. But when we take that 5 into account, it's really about how you want to dive into making changes today with those partnerships. It's a great day to reflect on the relationships you have and what would you like to do today, this moment right now, to change something so those partnerships can become more pronounced, more healthy, and more vibrant for you. And that also means yourself. How do you want to have a better relationship with you, that when you wake up in the morning, you're literally enjoying being in your own body? And that's important. And when we think about this energy in reference to the 11 energy, and today's the first Tuesday of the year, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but every single day is ruled by a specific planet. And today, our planet that is ruled by, and I know this because I wrote it this morning, but I'm literally having a brain fart. Oh my goodness gracious. Give me a second. There we go. Got it back. Okay. Mars. Oh my God. It's like it went out, came back in. Yeah, okay. It's all good. It's all good. So anyway, Tuesdays are ruled by Mars. And when we think about Mars energy, Mars is about action, which falls right in perfect alignment to this 11 energy, because it really is about taking action and doing something different today to enhance those relationships. Again, whether it's a relationship with yourself or the relationship in your partnership with your intimate, your significant other, or your business partnerships. Definitely doing something different. And then I also want to throw in, because you know I love the moon, want to throw in where the moon is today. The moon is sitting in Libra energy, so it is really about that balance that we are looking for when we are mastering the relationships today. So it's really fun, powerful energy. But I do want to make a note here. For anyone who actually watches our show after today, all of what I just shared with you now is literally for today. So it doesn't follow into tomorrow, has absolutely nothing to do with yesterday. It's really for today. Mm-hmm. And that's the important part of this, is that if you're going to if you're watching us on Wednesday, this insight that I'm sharing is about today. So what you can do is reflect. If you're watching this on Wednesday, and reflect back and ask yourself, so how did I master my relationships? How did I bring more balance into my relationships? And am I literally loving the skin that I am in? So that's my report for you guys today.
I love it. Wow, that really ties in very, very well, I think, to the whole theme of Bixbite and right here, right now, and all of that, don't you think?
Oh, yes, I think so.
Is there anything on tap for us for the rest of the week that people should be aware of?
There's always things on tap for us to be aware of. Recognizing that, again, whether I've said this or not, know that the moon rotates every 2.5 days. So yes, today the moon's in Libra, but within a few days, let's see if I can stay on track of my signs here. Within a day or two, it's going to move into Scorpio energy. Mm-hmm. So right now, being in Libra in that balance, and let me just get my notes, because again, we want to point out that I am a student of astrology, so still learning. That gives me permission to make mistakes.
There you
just
go.
By the way. So when we think of our Libra energy, that puts us in the air sign with the moon. Mm-hmm. Within another day or two, it's going to go into Scorpio, which is water sign. Water. Air signs all about the logic, the intellect, the wisdom, the knowledge, the emotional sense, because again, the moon is all about our emotions. So we may be in our head with our emotions with the Libra energy, but when it transforms into Scorpio energy, which is, I believe it's on Thursday, it's going to move into water. Mm-hmm. And that means we're going to become a little more sensitive, not as sensitive as if it were to go into Pisces, but sensitive, emotionally speaking, in Scorpio, because Scorpio is a water sign. It's an emotional sign. So, and I like the fact that you asked that question, Gayle, on if there were anything to look, to take note on. I truly recommend that you do take note and become more aware of when the moon is rotating, because that can really explain why you might be feeling what you're feeling. And it can also set the tone to help you lift your vibration should you wake up in the morning not feeling energetic. Now, thank goodness the two of you have no idea what I am like in the morning. Because theoretically speaking, it takes a lot of oils, a lot of crystals, and a lot of self-talk, self-positive talk, to get my booty out of bed and to put me in the space of like, yay, I'm ready to shine my light and share my wisdom. Because prior to doing all of that, that moon gets the best of me.
So I have to ask, is it every moon that gets the best, or the moon in every position that gets the best of you in the morning? I mean, we know, we've talked about it, that you are our night owl. I mean, you say good morning to me more often than not.
Yeah, and how many hours apart are you?
Yeah,
6. Yeah.
Yeah, I do have to say that I don't think it has anything to do with what sign the moon is in, but I can say this much, that theoretically when the moon is in my water signs, I am not as emotional as when the moon floats over to, let's say, the fire signs or even the earth signs. Air sign, I tend to be more intellectual, and I'm evaluating my emotions. But when it hits the water signs, I'm pretty okay, unless of course it's actually hitting a specific degree. Then I might be a little off. But for most part, any wherever the moon is, whatever sign, mornings are not just my best day. It's just,
we used to call it, you wake up with the monster on your face.
Uh, in fact, quick story. The first time I met my sister's husband, who at the time was her boyfriend, he was in the kitchen, and I had come down. It was morning, like 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning. I had come down, and he was sitting at the kitchen table. Now I've never met him before, and I walked in. He said good morning to me. I literally growled. I growled. I was like, "Ugh." And I got what I came into the kitchen to get, and I walked upstairs. And I guess my sister was coming down as I was walking upstairs. And he had said to my sister, he goes, so I guess that's your middle sister. And she goes, oh, you met her? Yeah. She growled at me. And my sister's like, yeah, she's not a morning person. She growled at me.
I love it.
Yeah. So it's really funny. I am definitely not a morning person, but catch me at night. And I am raring to go, and I'm up, and I'm just like your shining butterfly.
That's awesome. Oh, I wish last night I crawled into bed at 8 o'clock. Now, mind you, I watched TV for an hour, but
8 o'clock?
Yeah.
What was I doing at 8 o'clock? I was actually doing a 12-card Cosmic Energy Soul annual reading at 8 o'clock. That lasted 2 hours. And then after that, I did my 11/11. And that ended by obviously 12 o'clock. And then I did my astrological forecast afterwards. So I didn't go to bed until after 2. Yay!
I don't know how you do it. But then, yeah. I just wake up early. And I never used to be that way. I didn't. Mm-hmm. Now I'm old.
Oh, please.
Yes, I know, really. She's old.
Yeah.
I know. Old. I'm sending you a cane if you're that old.
I have a picture in the attic. Someday I'll show it to you. All right. Yes. So let's get on. Let's talk about our theme of the day, because as always, this always tends to everything ties together. There's never any mistake. And today's creative command is right here, right now. So, we were talking about the energy of Bixbite and how it connects us to that Earth star below our feet, right? And if that doesn't bring to your mind the image of right here, right now, where you stand, right? I don't know what it would. And then we've got, like Joanne was talking about, the energy of the moon, the numerology of the day, the bringing all of the change, the partnerships, and what was that third thing that I wrote down about it? And the balance, because the moon's in Libra, right? So let me start with this. Those of you who know I'm this huge Manilow fan, or maybe some of my Manilow friends that might be watching that have seen a concert, right? This has been going on for years, and he'll play an upbeat playlist of songs prior to curtain opening, right? And the last one that you hear, it almost becomes a cue for the audience to start really going wild, is that song. I can't remember who sings it, but it goes right here, right now, right here, right now, and it just over and over again. And it always brings me back to center, right here, right now. So today, if you are confronted with a challenge or an opportunity to make changes in your partnerships, right? I invite you to invoke the power of right here, right now. Do not react to the fear that change brings up in you. Do not react to the many, many abuses or conflicts in the past. Deal with what is happening right here, right now, in this moment, to effect the change that may be necessary and also stay in balance with your partnerships. Now, some of you may, end up coming to a point where there isn't anything salvageable in a particular partnership. And I'm not just talking about romance. I'm talking about any kind of two beings interacting. Sometimes, maybe we've got a sister that just every time she's got to find something wrong or whatever the case may be. And that's not my sister. It just popped into my head.
You throw oils on her.
I'm probably that sister. Yeah, but you know, it's all kinds of different relationships. But if you can bring yourself into right here, right now, connect to that Earth star, what's really happening, not what your fears are trying to make of it, not what the past is trying to show you, avoid this again at all costs, in the machinery. Just stay present to the current moment and deal with what needs to change, deal with what will maintain or sustain balance. And I would imagine you're going to have a fantastic day and surprise yourself with how easily and effectively that you can deal with whatever is in your face. Now, like Joanne said, this is the energy of this day, is change, partnerships, balance, and so on. But the power of right now is forever. You can use that today. You can use it tomorrow. You can use it Thursday as things start getting more emotional, going into the Scorpio moon. You can use it whenever you need to reconnect to the present moment, because that is the only place that your power resides. There is no power in the past. There is no power in the future. It's all complete open possibility. You can make anything up, right? But the power to make a choice that creates that possibility for the future only happens in the present moment. So again, coming back around to right here, right now, wherever you are, whatever is going on, that's your point of power for this week. All right? Now, I want to introduce to everybody a new thing that we're going to be doing going forward. Okay? A couple of things. First and foremost, if you are a woo-woo type like us, we are opening up four slots for sponsors going forward with us to be promoted, just like we've been promoting Athena at everythingjustrocks.com for the last, 8 weeks. And this also brings in a whole bunch of possibilities. For example, we're also going to be doing a giveaway every week, right? So all you have to do to be entered in the giveaway is to like, comment, share, and for bonus points, you could subscribe to our YouTube. But we don't actually have a channel for Three Crones yet. It's kind of nested in my playlists for my own channel. So, hey, if you want to subscribe to my channel, that's great. But you got to give Krista and Joanne some love too. So at the very least, in the group, Three Crones and the Woo Woo, like, comment, and share today's recording. And you will be entered automatically into a drawing for whatever item that we choose to give away. Now, I'm going to kick this off, and I am going to give a copy, a hard copy of the book that I contributed to last year. It is called The Courageous Self-Love Journey, and it was edited by Erica Glessing. There's like a dozen different stories of people overcoming low self-esteem and learning how to love themselves. All right, so this is our first offering for the giveaway. All you have to do is like, comment, and share today's broadcast, and we will, the three of us, will woo-woo our little magic and choose a winner Friday this week. And we will reach out to you, get your mailing address, and send this book directly to you. All right, so get on it, invite your friends to the group, share the broadcast, and we will be giving this to one lucky winner. We'll announce the winner on next week's show. All right, so, and I invite you, every one of you that have a little bit of a woo-woo bent, whether you are a psychic, a medium, a tarot reader, a jewelry maker, essential oils distributor, anything along those lines. please reach out to me if you'd be interested in talking a little bit more about what we're offering to our sponsors that want to go forward with us. So, Joanne, Krista, do you have any 2 cents to add to that? Krista, what you got?
I do. So I'm going to add, to give, you know how Gayle just said to give Krista and Joanne a little bit of love. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add, I added a link that you can click and you can get to Dimensional Healing with Krista. So you can go over there and like my page. But I'm going to also help Joanne out because I know that she can be technically challenged sometimes. So Joanne, I'm going to help you out a little bit there, girl. And you're so welcome. And so then you can go and you can like and love our pages as well from our Three Crones in a Woo Woo group. And then we'll see if we can add in. I've been adding on to the Dimensional Healing side for those of my Dimensional Healing followers, how you can link into Three Crones in a Woo Woo and find us as well. So we're going to try to start linking. You're going to start seeing more of our links. I was hoping that I was going to have it all done so that I could say, and I am adding it all in tonight. And you can all like everything. But taking down Christmas took priority. Sorry, guys. I just had to get it done. I usually wait, but this year I had to get it done. It was one of those things. I was like, nope, I have to break. I had to do change. I think that's what it was.
There
I
you
had
go.
to change.
There you go.
And shift. So yeah, I was like, yesterday, I was like, we're taking down Christmas now. And I didn't go to bed until it was all smudged, cleaned, and boxed up.
See, now that's what I call clearing out 2020. Everything left from that year. Bye. See ya.
So, but yeah, so and the more people you can get to come over and like and love us on Three Crones here in the group, the better. Remember, one of the things is that likes are awesome, comments are gold, sharing is very more than caring, just like diamonds on Facebook. Okay, folks. And then inviting people and then, tagging them to have them come back to us. I mean, we're talking platinum, maybe even titanium. All right, guys?
Yes.
So
or at least Bixbite.
At least Bixbite. There you go. It's all about the Bixbite right there, right?
There you go.
So yeah, we want to grow this community and it takes you guys helping us to grow it. And the technology aspect between the three of us will catch up.
Yeah.
Yes.
A few toothpicks and duct tape, we're good.
Yeah, the technology part, I'm leaving that up to the two of you because it's just like, there's so much that I can know, and technology is probably my weakest point. But I have to give me some credit because I do pretty well for not knowing much.
For not being technologically savvy, how are you on Facebook Lives 3 times a day? You have your absolute master realm within technology.
Yes,
definitely.
There's just certain things. Yeah, there's just certain things I just don't know how to do, or just choose not to want to learn. Because it's just like it may take up too much time, or use it uses a different side of my brain that I'm not used to using. So
what? I had a really good story with relation to that because I used to do events and stuff with this musician who by day she was a hairdresser, right? So I would go and I would take photos of her and she recorded a CD. So I was creating the CD cover for her with graphic arts and stuff. And she was over my shoulder and, tweaking changes and stuff. And I started getting irritated because the questions she was asking were so elementary to what I was doing. I was like, the kindergartner is going, what's that? What's that kind of thing? And I don't mean to put her across that way, but that's how I was receiving it, right? And I was getting irritated. And I love this woman till the end of my days. She kind of reared back a little bit from me and she's like, if I asked you to mix your own highlights, you'd fry your hair. Don't you talk to me like that. And it was like the light bulb went on. Yeah, we all have our own areas of mastery. And just because we don't know that doesn't mean we're not super intelligent at what we do know. So,
Exactly.
you know,
I just like to say that, I can't know everything.
Right.
It's just that's just not a good trait to have. You cannot know everything. I'm sorry. Not a good trait. So, I own the fact that I don't know everything, but what I do know, I know it really, really well.
Yes, you do.
But I do.
Yes, you do.
So, yeah. So I put myself out there. Technology is not my favorite thing. And, for those just, on a funny side note, math is not my favorite thing neither. I don't like math.
Yeah,
the numerology. Yeah, the numerology lady doesn't like math.
Yes, I don't like math. Do not ask me to count numbers in the morning in reference to if a new client were to walk in and want to sign up on a package right now, like early in the morning, I would literally lose my mind because I would not know how to add up the numbers that early in the morning. Not my favorite thing to do, but let's talk numerology at 9 a.m. and I'm right there with you. So, hey.
Brilliant. Absolutely
what side
brilliant.
of the brain are we on?
There you go.
Whew. You know what? I want to give a free, huge, humongous shout out to Sue Ward. Last name Paquin? It's P.
No, it's actually Paquin. Sue Paquin.
Sue Paquin.
Yeah, Paquin.
I ordered a Baltic Amber necklace from her. You can see it on me right now. I've had it on since it arrived. No thanks to the U.S. Postal Service. But it did finally arrive. And not Sue's fault at all. I did the tracking. It hung out in Maryland for a week and a half. I don't know why. But ever since I've put this on, the muscle spasm in my back has eased away. I've been able to do yoga for the last 3 days, and I'm not feeling the pinched nerve, and my carpal tunnel nerve thing has relaxed. And I was joking with Krista before the show that I want my underwear made of Baltic Amber. I'll never be in pain again. This stuff is great. So if you see Sue, in the comments and stuff, message her, reach out to her. She's got some beautiful stuff, and I love it. Now, I got introduced to Baltic Amber because of my grandchildren as far back as 5 years ago, because they make little baby teething necklaces for babies. And we got one, my daughter, I couldn't believe she knew about this before I did. Crystal Gayle here, and she knew about Baltic Amber teething necklaces before I did. But it really seemed to help my grandson 5 years ago. And so when my granddaughter was born, I bought one right away. It's we're not even going to risk this. But I'd never thought about, they could help grown-ups too, especially us grown-ups that are getting older and have these, random aches and pains around our body. So thank you, Sue. They have been, this necklace has been doing wonders for me. Bill is even wearing his necklace that I got for him after the accident, and he's reporting great things too. He had to take x-rays. They made him take it off. He brought it home in hand, handed it to me. He's put it back on. So it was great. I highly recommend. Do either of you ladies have any final thoughts before we shut up shop today?
So I have something I'm going to share with you about your Baltic Amber, since you brought up teething that you have on right now. Uh-huh. That's actually referred to as an adult teether. So the necklaces that you and Bill own right now are adult teethers.
Put it in my mouth.
Yeah, don't put it in your mouth, because if you bite down, it will actually break them. Mm-hmm. But
like
you
those
have
old candy necklaces.
Teether. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Yeah. And so when I was talking, Sue Paquin happens to be my mom. And she owns Class Act Imports. And I was trying to look up, she has this page that she's running right now, and it has something to do with retail therapy. I'll link that in there too.
Excellent.
Give her some love. But yeah, when she and I were talking about this necklace for Bill, right, that now you both have.
Yes.
She's like, oh, he needs an adult teether.
I wish he'd said that to me. I'd be cracking up for 2 weeks. Yes, the big baby milking the breakfast in bed needs an adult teether.
Yeah, so no, but it is. Baltic Amber is fantastic. And if COVID ever ends, I know it will. I know when it will end, and you guys can come travel. You need to go to Poland there, and I can't remember which palace it is, but I will see if I can remember that. If my mom is watching, I know she'll remember it. She can post it. But they actually have in one of the palaces in Poland, and there's one actually a room in Neuschwanstein as well. And it is all encrusted in Baltic Amber, and it is called the Healing Room.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there you go. A little tidbit about Amber.
I would love that. You know, they have those salt caves and stuff that people go to healing. I would prefer a Baltic Amber room, honestly.
You know, have a little bit of both.
Yeah.
It's the best of both worlds.
I love it. I love
it. See, you know, all kinds of woo-woo stuff here going on.
No kidding. No kidding. Any last minute thoughts from you, Joanne?
Other than the fact that I'm really hoping and praying that my phone stays along with us because it's on 2%. So if I we do magic and I disappear, just know it's part of the woo-woo tricks we have going on.
Right? There you go. There you go. Well, we're about 10 minutes short of the hour, so I think we've covered it pretty much well for today. Remember, everyone, please like, comment, and share today's broadcast to be entered into the drawing to receive a free hard copy of the Courageous Self-Love Journey. And watch for our notes throughout the week. We're going to be a little bit more active in the group and inviting people in and sharing and creating community. We love you people. There's a few of you that have been with us from practically the beginning that show up almost every week. And thank you so much. We are completely grateful for your presence and your contribution to what is being created here, and we are excited about what we plan to bring you in 2021. So stay tuned with us. Remember that all of this is, I'm gonna have to update these graphics. We are sponsored by Dimensional Healing with Krista on Facebook, Wholistic Fitness with Joanne, and Creative Command Coaching and Consulting. And remember, you can watch us everywhere, but Tuesdays at 3 Pacific in the 3 Crones in the Woo Woo group is best because you'll get the day's reading from Joanne. But if you watch us on replay, you can watch us pretty much anywhere. Strong Island TV, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, GayleNicholson.com, YouTube Gayle Nicholson, and on the Strong Island Radio Network. So please tune in. If you're watching on a replay, hit #replay for us. And it still works. Like, comment, and share to be entered in the drawing as late as Friday evening because we'll be picking the winner Friday night. Thank you so much and have an absolutely stellar week. Take care.